Emotional intelligence, heart-based leadership is our next level of leadership. Emotional intelligence, which is the ability to be aware of our own selves as we're in the here and now with others and in relationship with others, requires our heart. It requires being present, right? It requires empathy, at least in my point of view, to be a successful leader today. What got you here won't get you there. That's one of my most appreciative sayings, because I know I burned out of my world 10 plus years ago, right, at Google. And it was because I don't think I had my whole self with me. I was really living and working from my head. My intellect was large and in charge, right? So what I really am excited about, and I hope you listen to it today, and please share this with your team, share this with your colleagues, your coworkers, your family, anyone you care about, because to me, this is all skills we can create and learn because we can improve our self-awareness. In this episode, I talk a lot about some things that I studied in my graduate work. And this is so fun. Let me know if you appreciate this type of podcast, because I can definitely do more of these where I cite research, I bring in more concepts and tools that not necessarily are leadership specific, but they can be applied to leadership. For example, I talk about Harry Harlow's monkeys, his Reese monkeys experiments in nurturing, right? So like in our normal conventional context, I don't think we really think about nurturing and leadership in the same sentence, right? Like, no, I don't. I mean, let me know if you do. In my mind, I think I've learned to do that, but I don't think it's normal with our conventional leadership training in most of our cases. So what I mean by this is we can bring in concepts that are really more about holistic living, holistic leadership, where we have well-being, where we feel sustained, where we are empowered, where we are also doing what we need to do because we're in touch with ourselves. We feel we can harness our emotions and we can drive results. We can move forward with all of this. And guys, like, that's not our head, that's our heart, right? So that's why I'm so pumped about this episode. I had so much fun recording it because I literally was looking at my research from my grad work, which is from the Wright Graduate University. Beautiful, awesome school. Shout out to you guys. Boop, boop. I just framed, oh, you can't see it. Diploma finally came in the mail. I just put it up like last week. I graduated in 2020. So the example I wanted to share was Harlow's monkeys. Who knows about Harry Harlow and the monkeys? Harlow was a psychiatrist. He did a lot of experiments on psychology and caregiving and nurturing, and just how does that happen in child development. And so the experiment was with these two monkeys that were wire frames, literally not real monkeys, as mothers. And then one was coated in cloth, and then the other one was just wires. Like, just picture like a metal monkey that was, you know, not real as a mom, and then one with a cloth right next to it. Really, and you can see this on YouTube. There's examples of this research. There's films from it. It's back in the 50s, black and white stuff. And when the child monkey, these Reese monkeys, these baby monkeys, would go into the cages, what they found was the monkeys, like time and time again, went to the cloth monkey for comfort. And even when the wire monkey had food, like they were giving bananas, they're like, hey, like there was probably like somebody's hand behind this wire monkey, right? Or I don't know the details, but my guess is they put the food right inside like this wire monkey. The baby monkeys still went to the cloth monkeys out of comfort. And so you might be asking, like, Rachel, that's really exciting and interesting, but what does that have to do with emotional intelligence and me as a leader? Like, what gives? All right, so I want to connect the dots for you. So here we are as corporate leaders in 2023, and we're really being asked to do a lot, right? We've got global wars, we've got downturns and layoffs, we've got stressed economy and market signals that are bringing us down in everything, whether it's, you know, like GDP or things like that. And I think overall, you know, things things are in some ways looking good, but some things aren't. And if we're not comforting ourselves in the workplace, and we need to learn how to do this, if we're not nurturing ourselves, I talk about that in the podcast, if we're not comforting ourselves, then it's like, we're like going to those metal monkeys, literally, because we are depriving ourselves of what feels good and sustaining ourselves. Do you follow what I'm picking up? Are you picking up what I'm laying down? Are you following? Are you with me? Well, give me like a yes in the chat if you are. All right. Well, anyway, I hope you have fun with this podcast. I know I did. And if you like this format, if you like the research, if you think this is kind of interesting to hear things that are peripheral, maybe not conventional leadership topics, but they're related to leadership. And that's what I can help with, is kind of like marrying these two together, because I see them all together all the time. It's kind of what I'm versed in. That's what I help my clients with. It's how do I rise to my next level of leadership with my heart, with my mind, as a full embodied self, because otherwise I'm not doing the best job I can. I'm not as successful. I'm not as productive, and I spin out, I feel overwhelmed, and that kind of sucks, right? We don't want that. And we don't, in like the worst case, we don't want to burn out. And so that's what I'm here to tell you today. And so happy Valentine's Day, heart going out to you, and hope you enjoy this podcast, episode 81, Unmistakable Traits of a Heart-Based Leader. There's so much there. I can't wait for you to listen. Have a good one, guys. Take care. I can't wait for you to listen.